Hello, my name is Matthew Meyer, and throughout this presentation I will be displaying my skills of interpreting nonverbal communication. In this photo, you can see a middle-aged woman who appears to be showing signs of being exhausted. The first way in which this is expressed is through her facial expression. With the crinkling of her eyebrows and nose, she gives off the appearance of being tired. We can determine that this is from being tired and not from anger, because the rest of her face is soft with a relaxed appearance. Another nonverbal signal she is demonstrating comes from her shoulders. As we can see, they are heavily slumped, suggesting that she is relaxing after a hard period of work. Similar to her slumped shoulders, her arms give nonverbal signals showing that she is relaxed after working hard. The main giveaway is the arm behind her back, supporting her back. This is often something people will temporarily do to take pressure off of their back. Also, the fact that the arm on her left side seems to be completely limp, further supporting the claim that she is exhausted. In this photo, you can see a man displaying signs of joy. The first and most obvious sign of joy is his facial expression. You can see the man has a big smile on his face, along with uplifted cheeks and eyebrows. These are often seen as some obvious signs to communicate joy nonverbally. The next sign of joy you can see is his posture. As you can see, the man is standing upright with a straight back and his head tilted slightly upwards. This shows that he is confident and full of energy, leading us to believe that something good has happened to him. Finally, you can see that the man has his arms up and is rubbing his head while simultaneously holding his hat. This is an action often interpreted as relief. This is because people often perform this action when they are taking a breath while working hard and wiping away any sweat. As we can see, this man does not seem to be working hard, so that we can infer that he has just found out some news that has improved his mood. In this photo, we can see whom I assume to be a coal miner because of his hat and minecart. You can tell he is having some fun taking this photo. He is intentionally giving off a goofy vibe through many nonverbal cues. The first being his facial expression. You can see in the picture, the man has a soft smile, but is also puckering his lips. This expression gives a sense of humor because it is a variation from a standard smile. Another way you can see the humor in this picture is from his arm positions. While his left arm is positioned normally, resting up on the minecart, you can see the other is propped up on his side, with the back of his hand resting on his hip, and how his shoulder and elbow are slightly angled toward the camera. His hip position and leg position also play a role in giving off nonverbal communication, with his right hip being popped out to the side and his knee being softly bent shows how he is posing for the picture, showing him having a good time at work. Finally, in this photo, we are focused on the girl in the forefront of the picture. We can see that she is suspicious and annoyed of the cameraman. The first sign of this is her facial expression. We can see how the girl's eyebrows are lowered along with the slight crinkling of her nose and raising of the cheeks. This facial expression often delivers a sense of annoyance and lack of desire to interact with you. Also, her arms give off a large amount of nonverbal communication. As you can see, her arms are crossed. This is often an involuntary position we take and find ourselves in when we do not want to interact with somebody. Finally, her shoulders demonstrate a lack of desire to interact with the cameraman. We can see how she has her left shoulder pointed towards the camera, but the rest of her body is reaching back away from the camera. This shows her disinterest in being involved with the situation.